Good afternoon, and I know I usually say good morning, but it is afternoon. In fact, it's going on 1:45 in the afternoon in Florida. The title for this video is Overwhelming Police Presence and Intimidation. The court hearing yesterday was a setup. I thought there was going to be a review of my situation with other judges involved, including the head judge of the 18th District. Because of an illness, even my attorney friend was not with me. I was on my own with the very judge we issued a complaint about, PNC's attorney, 4 sheriffs, and me. Okay, yeah, those were the other people that were there. It was a sham. Only testimony regarding the 2014 case and not the matters leading up to it since 2005 were allowed. When I got home, my house, which is in a trust, was surrounded by sheriff deputies. Cars were in my driveway and blocking both entrances. I was frisked for weapons and told in no uncertain terms that if I did not cooperate, I would not be able to remove anything from the house. 6 people showed up to help me and reloaded vehicles until nearly 4 p.m. when I was told I had to leave. There were still things I wanted to take out, but they would not allow it. In any case, yesterday was not the happiest day of my life, as you might imagine. And I'm sorry, I made a quick video when I came home and it didn't seem to be loading, so it ended up showing up 3 times. And there's been a lot of comments and people are praying for me and offering some suggestions. I have not been able to get back in touch. I've been just now getting my computer in a position where I can even make a recording. Although I tried yesterday unsuccessfully, there were just missing components and it didn't work. Anyway, this whole situation, and I don't know where I'm going to go from here. I mean, I'm temporarily staying in my son's house. He is not even home. He's in South Carolina, and doesn't come home till this coming week. But I have a roof over my head. I did take one of the twin beds out of my home and set that up here because I didn't want to sleep on a futon or whatever. I think that's what they're called. So I do have a bed that was set up here this morning. A mattress was here last night that I slept on. And when I say I slept on it, I was still awake after 2 o'clock, and I went to bed like, I don't know, 7:30, 8 o'clock, somewhere early, and I just tossed and turned, and thoughts kept running through my head over and over and over again, as you might imagine. And it was probably after 3 o'clock when I finally fell asleep, or close to 3. I don't remember looking at the clock for a while after that. And that's the other thing. My clocks are lit up with a dial so I can see what time it is. I didn't have any lit up times, any clocks that were lit up so that I could even keep track of what time it was. I had to get up and turn the light on. And getting up from a mattress when your feet are numb is a challenge. I can do it, but it's not the easiest thing in the world to do when your stability is weakened. So it's, I don't know where anything is going to go. I did maybe get 2.5, 3 hours of sleep, 3 maybe at the most, probably. I woke back up for 6 o'clock-ish, and finally got up and I drove up past my house, between 6:30 and 7, and then went to the storage unit and prepared to move things. I had to double the size of my storage unit, so I rented 2 storage units. It's now costing me $213 a month on $955 a month income, just to have a place to put my stuff. And again, a lot of it's Dr. Mary's stuff that I still have, and I've gotten rid of a lot of stuff through auctioning and even some stuff given away, but there's still a lot, and there was a lot left in the house. I mean, my garage still had a lot of things left in it, including some antiques and stuff like that that needed and things like that. That's gone. All of my magazines that I had, an archive from when I used to publish Paradox magazine, all of that's gone. I mean, many things that were meaningful to me, I no longer have in my possession and may not ever have in my possession. I was surprised when I did go past the house this morning, and I did go on the property, of course. I just wanted to see if they had put everything out to the street. Nothing had been put out to the street. That's why we were told I had to leave, because they were going to take everything out and put it by the curb. There is no curb by my house, but you know what I mean. In any case, we got things moved from a storage area that I had rented into the double wide storage area today. I had my daughter and another friend help me, and we made some really, really good progress in getting it done. It happened much quicker than we expected it was going to happen. And I so appreciate the help. And so far as help goes, I'm going to need some help, folks. And I don't know exactly what direction it's going to go in. They were concerned that I was going to commit suicide. I'm not suicidal. I'm upset that I had to go through this. I wish that I had not fought so hard for my life back last year when I had the stroke and the heart attacks and all of the health challenges that I had. I fought my way back, and everything I was able to recover pretty well, except for the numbness and the instability in my feet. That's the only thing that still remains and has not been able to be corrected. I missed 2 days at the gym this past week because of the circumstances, which that's the first time since the second week of September that I've missed any of the days that I had expected to be there. And it was, of course, due to the situation that I was facing. But I want to say something about what I've noticed at the gym. When I first started going to the gym in September, I was extremely arrhythmic. My heart rate was from green, it was green, yellow, and red, and sometimes 30, 40 point variance in how many beats per minute there were. And that, I know that because there's an exercise thing where I go 2 miles. I've gone more than that sometimes, but always at least 2 miles, holding on to the handlebars, which measure your heart rate. My heart rate, I didn't go Friday, but I did go Thursday, and my heart rate it started out at 128, and within 3 seconds it went to 127, and it stayed at 127 the entire time that I was, I mean, it's never been that stable ever. I mean, it's usually at least a 2 or 3 or 4 beats per minute variation, but this time it was right there, and it just stayed there, and I just kept pedaling for my 2 miles. Anyway, I am going to need your prayers and suggestions. I don't know how. I mean, I put in a change of address today, this morning, that I'm with my son's address, but I did say it's a temporary address because it's just not. It cannot be a permanent thing because his lifestyle and mine are very, very different. He's a night person. I'm a morning person, although now I'm an 24-hour person. I sleep. What's that? It's really a challenge to even get sleep. So we'll see what happens as the days tick on. And again, I want to say one more thing. If any of you, anybody, I don't care who you are, if you enter any criticism or support of the banks and what they did to me, you're gone. I don't care if you're a friend on Facebook. I don't care if you're a YouTube subscriber. I don't care how long you've been. I don't care what you've done in the past. I don't want to hear 1 ounce of criticism. The bank was fraudulent, and the court is fraudulent, and that judge is fraudulent. And I don't want to hear anything contradicting that, because you don't know what you're talking about if you come up with a contradiction. Anyway, thank you for listening, and namaste.